all that the Father gives me will come to me. All that the Father has given to Jesus will come to Jesus. Now, has everybody been given to Jesus? That's what some people believe. But let's look at the sentence. All that the Father gives me will come to me. He didn't say, I really hope that they come to me. He didn't say, I'm crossing my fingers and doing all that I can that they'll come to me. He said, all that the Father has given me will come to me. He had no degree of uncertainty whatsoever. And since not everyone comes to Christ, we can be assured that Jesus was not talking about everybody.
Okay, recording.
Okay, so Adam asked me, doesn't John 3:16 say whoever, and doesn't that mean everybody? Now, whoever by itself, if you just look at that word, that could mean everybody. But unfortunately for the Arminians, that word is contained in a sentence, and we enjoy reading the whole sentence and interpreting it in light of that sentence. So it says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have eternal life. So, if these sugar packets are the whole universe of people, and these two are the whoever believes in him, and these packets are the whoever does not believe in him, it's clear that this passage is referring to believers. For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, that whoever believes in him, believers, should not perish but have eternal life. So the question is, doesn't this contradict what Reformed people believe about the doctrine of election, the doctrine of predestination? But if you actually read it in context, it does not at all. In fact, in the same book, just 3 chapters later in John 6, Jesus says, all that the Father gives me will come to him. All that the Father gives me will come to me. And so if we look at the sugar packets, if these are the people that God has given him, that's what he says, all the Father has given me, if these are the packets that have been given to Jesus by the Father, that means there's others that haven't been given by Jesus, by the Father to Jesus. Furthermore, in the same book, a few chapters later in John 17, when Jesus is praying for believers, he says, I am not praying for everyone. He says, I am not praying for the world. I am praying for believers.
In that particular one, though, he's talking about his. He's talking about
Tell
his.
it to Jesus.
No, he's talking to his disciples at that particular one.
And let's listen to all this. Can we say this? He says, Adam. He says, Adam. He says, Adam. Jesus says, I do not ask for these only, but also for those who will believe in me through their word. Okay? So your assertion that he was only praying for his 12 disciples that were right there is absolutely false according to Jesus' own words. I do not ask for these only, but also for those who will believe in me in their word. Okay?
Which verse is that?
That's verse 20.
Chapter 17.
John
Chapter
16?
Chapter 17, verse 20.
Say it again so I can CG it up on the screen.
Chapter 17.
No, what book?
John 17,
okay.
Verse 20. I do not ask for these only, but also for those who will believe in me through their word. He also says...
Gary, you're on camera. Does that matter?
No.
I just said your name.
He also says that... he also says that he has not revealed himself to everyone. He has not revealed himself to the world. He has only revealed himself to those whom the Father has given me. And he says, I do not pray for the world. I only pray for those who will...
No, he's talking to his disciples there.
I do not ask for these only, but also for those who will believe in me through their word. Verse 20.
Okay, I'm going to put it up there, and everybody who's watching is going to go back and read it.
All right. Where does it say, he says, I do not pray for the world? Where's that?
Okay, I'm going to stop tape right now.
All right.
Oh,
Tell them what
I'm not
says.
saying that. You know I'm not saying that, Mr. Sarcasm.
You have it
No,
yet?
you're so ornery. But it's still important. It's still important.
Okay, here it is. Verse 9.
You're really hurting kids out there.
Verse 8. For I have given them the words that you gave me, and they received them, and have come to know them in truth that I came from you, and that they have believed that you sent me. Verse 9. I am praying for them. I am not praying for the world, but for those whom you have given me.
The disciples.
For they are yours.
The disciples.
Okay,
right there he's talking
so
to
he's
the
talking about
disciples.
the disciples. Okay, and then later on he says, I do not ask for these only, but also for these who will believe in me. So in other words, he's expanding the focus of his entire prayer to be, I mean, what is he saying in John 17 for his disciples that would not apply to his modern day disciples? Is there anything that would not apply?
Well, he was saying that to his disciples because he was praying for them to go out and spread everybody to whosoever would receive his word.
Okay, but that doesn't answer my question. It says, I am praying for them, the ones that you have given me. Have we been given to Christ by the Father?
And he was preparing their hearts that not everyone would receive their word. So he wasn't doing it as a theological discourse. He was trying to prepare them that not everyone would necessarily receive their word at the time.
Okay, but y'all are ignoring my question for some reason. Is there anything in John 17 that would not apply to a Christian today?
This is a question for all the YouTubers that can write underneath the video.
I mean, I think it's pretty clear. I mean, the only way that you would not accept this teaching and not accept the very words of Jesus is if you have some sort of theological hang-up that will prevent you from admitting the truth. And that's very dangerous ground, I think, to say.
Make it emotional,
Or an emotional hang-up. It's either way.
Not necessarily hang